Unit 11 Lecture Writing through Writing. Learning how to write involves learning. Number 1. To write the alphabet letters. Number 2. How writing and speech relate and that each unit of speech or sound is represented by a letter or combination of letters. Number 3. How form and style of writing vary depend on the situation or purpose of the writing. Number 4. To predict how a reader will react to what we have written, writing for an audience. This entails knowing who the message is for and understanding how it must be presented so the other person will understand what you are conveying and the myriad other things that you will appreciate as you read through the materials in this unit. Considering how much children need to know in order to learn to write, it is quite surprising that experts say it is actually less difficult than learning to speak. However, think about how much exposure young children get to the spoken word during their early years, and how their very focused glance and grunt is embraced and encouraged by their doting parents and caregivers. What if we were to approach learning to write in the same fashion? What if we exposed children to lots of reading and writing for all kinds of reasons and geared what we read to their life experience and ability to understand? What if we were to offer children writing and reading materials throughout their environment and encourage and embrace every attempt that is made by them as they explore these tools and the marks that they can make with them? What if we were able to model how we use writing and our delight in being able to read the writing of the children and others? In her book, Literacy Development in the Early Years, Leslie Morrow discusses how writing is first learned by young children. These early experiences are embedded in the writing that surrounds them in their day-to-day lives, from the thank you notes that their parents help them to make for grandma to the lists of groceries that they see on the fridge. Children's playful early marks on paper are just exploratory, but once they understand that these marks can hold meaning for others, they are highly motivated to learn them. Children learn the functions and uses of the written word before they learn what real letters look like. This understanding impels them to learn more. Children begin with invented letter forms, but through constant observation and experimentation, their approximations become more accurate until their print begins to take on conventional and recognizable forms. Children learn about some aspects of writing through explicit instruction from teachers and by observing those who are more skilled than themselves. Children need to write independently to practice and think about what the writing process involves. Children also need opportunities to write alongside of others, to talk about each other's writing, and to imitate and learn from each other. Social interaction is crucial to learning to write. From Linda Morrow, Literacy Development in the Early Years. Children naturally want to grow into using the full range of skills that they see employed by the adults around them. Doesn't it make sense that through such experiences they will gradually pick up the skills they need that, over time, that will enable them to be proficient readers? This is the approach taken by Roller in the chapter that I have excerpted for your book of readings titled Assisting Emergent Writers. Roller will explain how this magic happens and outline the kinds of experiences that will provide for optimal literacy growth. Learning about the writing experiences will lead children to see writing as a meaningful activity in which they are capable of participating. These approaches include shared writing, interactive writing, independent writing, authentic writing, and guided writing. If you want to teach children to write through writing, follow this set of guidelines. Supporting young writers. What can you do? Provide all kinds of reasons for writing, all kinds of things, lists, signs, notes, etc. Create print-rich play environments by including writing materials in all areas of play possible. Give children a few cues and suggestions when you see them trying to write. Encourage and praise children no matter what their early writing looks like. Take time to listen to children reading their own writing. If you are able to, read the child's writing out loud. Model writing in front of the children throughout the day. What to avoid? Supplying the correct letter forms or spelling for everything the child writes. Being overly concerned with neatness, spacing, and directionality. Correcting all of the children's mistakes. The children's